Alright, Shalom. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Barakatah YAHAWAH, Barakatah YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the nation of Yasha Allah, better known as the Great Millstone. Shalom, blessings and salutations to the sincere elect, the fellow laborers, the water for pushing the correct doctrine and name, has it in your lives, and death to 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and so-called North American Indians. Okay, this is 2nd Esdras 16 and 21. Which says, Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And when you look up this word victuals, the common use, it's like victuals definition, or even from the Latin victus, meaning food, Old French, English, vital, to live. So subsistence, in particular, food, dealing with food and or livelihood. Okay, and if you notice, everything is very inexpensive to purchase. All sorts of goods are very inexpensive. In particular, I want to focus on food here because I saw this article which is showing Amazon, which bought up Whole Foods, is as you can see, it says Amazon is lowering prices at Whole Foods by about 20%. So, food is abundant right now, right? Food is very abundant. But with that, okay, people think that they shall be in good case, okay, just because they're so good cheap. But it's letting you know, even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, and what brings about death? What's the modern carry weapon? Is a gun, okay, your projectiles, your missiles, okay, your bullets, okay, the sword, a famine, okay, and great confusion. And there is, these evils are growing and have grown upon the earth. Okay, so because of all these, cheap eats, you go, and if you look, a lot of the food is inexpensive, and it's like you could say it's good food, it tastes great, be that as it may, it's really not that healthy for you. Like even you might go to a teriyaki joint and get some like beef broccoli with some rice, right? And you think you're doing good. I mean, the portions are out of control for one. Like this is enough right here for about 4 people. You know, you find out that the more you eat, the more you pretty much plague your body. Really, this is the food you should be eating: leafy greens, onions, garlic, herbs. But when you go to these stores, you don't really get that. What is this, zucchini or a cucumber? You get, a couple of those with some iceberg lettuce, but look at all this bread and meat and cheese. So because of that, people think themselves to be in good estate. Look at this, man. What is this? Raw burger with mashed potatoes. People like these so-called delicacies, and that's everywhere you go. It's a lack of food. Myself personally, when I go to these Mexican restaurants, they usually have the silver tray tables, the silver buffet tables, and they got tons of vegetables in there. They got the pickled carrots and all types of cilantro and onions and stuff like that. Green peppers. So I'll go and I'll load up on that and mix that in with my rice, um, my tacos or whatever the hell I'm eating. But I always load up on the veggies. So I like going to spots like that where they have the veggies available. Stuff like this, man, is this is what ruins your body. Now this is a Mediterranean diet, which is a good diet. There's chickpeas, this is a parsley, and it looks like parsley. Um, these balls right here is fried chickpeas. But you got to be careful eating this stuff because it can run through you. So you want to make sure you load up on your greens, get some fiber in there. Okay, but then back to the point, because food is so inexpensive, people really think themselves to be in a good estate. Okay, in a good case, as it were. So let's just kind of look at this, and it's funny because even though they're cutting their prices, it's man, see, look at you can't even read the whole story for free anymore. You got to sign in to this stuff. Um, but they're even projecting that with these price cuts, that people still aren't going to be uh, buying as they're hoping for. So it says Amazon has trained its Prime members to expect low prices. So naturally, those shoppers have been reluctant to dish out for expensive groceries at Whole Foods. Amazon bought Whole Foods in 2017 for nearly 14 billion to gain entry into the 860 billion dollar US grocery industry. Now the US grocery industry is not focused on actual foods and medicines. Okay, so when you read Sirach 38 and 1, and I've brought these scriptures out kind of recently. The brothers are heavily bringing this stuff out, especially with the Nipsey, Dr. Sabi thing going on. But it says, "Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him. For the Lord hath created him. For the Most High cometh, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the King. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." So the U.S. grocery industry is mainly GMO. Okay, um, that's just what it is. Okay, a lot of GMOs, and Whole Foods even started incorporating more GMO type foods because a lot of people can't afford all the organic stuff, and they noticed that by introducing more of the unhealthier things, it actually helped their revenue a bit, but it took away from their basically they sold out. Like the scripture says, a gift destroyeth the heart, and a gift is a bribe, and a bribe will destroy your mindset because you'll be bribed away from your principles. And a lot of people sell out for a lot of different reasons. So if you want to hold true to your character, um, it's going to come at the price of money. So you got to determine within yourself what's more important, money or your character. And a lot of people choose money over their character. It says Amazon hoped the deal would help it convert Whole Food shoppers into Prime members. The retailer also set its sights on an even bigger opportunity, convincing more of its approximately 100 million Prime members in the United States to buy their groceries at Whole Foods. It's funny, man. So Amazon has tried to make Whole Foods more attractive to Prime members since the acquisition. Amazon initially cut prices on products like salmon and avocados. See? And everyone knows that salmon and avocados are good for you. But what happened recently with the avocados, that whole feces epidemic, and salmon has been so tainted and messed with, and GMO splicing that people aren't really messing with it. It says then it began offering an extra discount on sale items exclusively for Prime shoppers last year to sweeten the Whole Foods offer. Man, so they're trying, But look, the famine has got to take place at the same time. It says despite those steps, most Prime members still avoid shopping at their organic grocery chain. Only about 18% of Prime members shop at Whole Foods at least once per month, and 70% of Prime members say they rarely or never shop at Whole Foods, according to a recent survey by Wolf Research. Um, and you can read more of this article, but basically, you know, they know that they're losing money, even though they're trying to slash prices. They know that it's not going to be enough. It's an effort that they're trying, but ultimately, these prophecies and these things that are ordained to happen upon the earth must take place. Okay, verse 22 says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it." So look, the Most High saying, "Look, man, I'm going to do away with all your food, and the dead bodies of the people are going to be cast out as dung." And back in the day, people used to throw their feces out of a window, out of a pot. That's why you get the saying, you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Meaning, you're homeless. You don't got nothing, not even a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, right? So with these evils growing upon the earth, and the great confusion, okay, it lets you know that a very small remnant is going to be saved. Matter of fact, when you get Matthews 24:37 through 39, okay, it reads, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood," okay, and this new flood is before the fire, okay, "they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark." And Noah represents the one third in the elect, okay, and the ark is a YAHAWASHI, okay. That's the vessel that's going to save us, okay. And there was the only way to get on there was to go through that door, and that door is also YAHAWASHI. "And knew not until the flood came, and knew not until the fire came, and took them all away, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be." So just like it happened in the days of Noah, this is why we're seeing things like this take place. Okay, the scriptures tell you there's no new thing under the sun, right? But there's also no remembrance of former things. Okay, there's no remembrance of former things because of the great confusion. Now, Babel or Babylon, which is America, is a place that creates great confusion. You have gender swapping, you have role swapping, you have unrighteous decrees, you have everything that's right being turned into the wrong thing, and everything that's wrong being turned into the right thing. Okay, so that's pretty much it with this. I just wanted to push this out really quick. I don't gotta take up too much time. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.